Hello everyone, welcome back to Red Gaming Tech and another gaming news video with myself, Amata. Today I have some more Sony news for you, and it might actually come as a little bit of a surprise, but before I continue on to the actual meat of the video, I must stress that everything I'm about to say is only rumour and has not actually been officially confirmed. So take what I'm saying here with a pinch of salt, but it's looking like this is likely to be true. Now, a new report has surfaced suggesting that Sony will actually ditch the Dualshock controller for the PS4 and instead create a new one, possibly containing an LCD touchscreen or even biometrics. An unnamed source spoke to CVG and claimed that many of the controllers currently being tested by Sony's R&D department mark a rapid departure from the Dualshock, which, as most of you will probably know, has served the PlayStation consoles for 16 years, and many of us have been using them for a good chunk of our lives, let's just say that. These versions apparently include new additions ranging from an integrated LCD touchscreen, as I mentioned earlier, to biometric sensors on the grips. A second source explained that Sony was supposedly trying to emulate the UI philosophies behind the Vita, and this is what inspired the whole touchscreen idea behind these supposed new controllers. They've also heard some rumours about a version that incorporates the PS Move into the traditional DualShock design, which seems like it could still be a possibility given the claims of multiple prototypes that have been floating around. As I said earlier, none of this has been confirmed or denied by Sony, so take this with a pretty big pinch of salt. And even if these rumours do turn out to be 100% and completely true, I highly doubt that Sony will be writing off the DualShock completely. It's probably going to be something similar to the Wii, how the old remotes will still work with the Wii U, and also of course with the Wii. They'll probably get a similar thing with the PS4, that you can still use the DualShock with the PS4, and perhaps with some souped up versions featuring some of the additions in a traditional DualShock controller, but possibly also having the main controller be the new awesome shiny version. This will certainly be interesting if it is true, because as I mentioned earlier on in the video, they've been sticking with DualShock for quite some time. As I said, at 16 years they've had DualShock on their consoles, and it's pretty much part and parcel now of the PlayStation console experience. And many people are going to feel a bit weird about playing a Sony console that doesn't not have DualShock, as they've grown used to it, they've kind of accustomed to it, and while they might not be so adverse to additions to a DualShock controller such as an LCD or biometrics or what have you, the taking away of DualShock might be quite odd for some people, and I imagine the reaction for this might be a little bit mixed. So I'll be interested to see what your guys' reactions actually are, and to your opinions as to how well you personally would receive a PS4 controller without DualShock, and what you think of these ideas of an integrated LCD touchscreen and of course the biometric sensors. The LCD touch, well, it's hard to say without actually using it as to what that would be like, but it worked fairly well for the Vita. But obviously the Vita is one all-contained thing rather than being separate from the main unit, and having to touch the back of the pad or what have you, as well as pressing the buttons and controlling the analog sticks, might be a little bit awkward, but it depends on how they implement it. Sony, of course, know very well what they're doing since they've been around for quite some time. Seems like they've been around for as long as I can remember, but of course that's not true. So I'm sure they'll be testing away and hopefully surprise us with something a little bit new with the PlayStation 4. Whether or not they're on a kill DualShock, well, only time will tell, but hopefully they'll have something interesting regardless of that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do check out our channel for more gaming goodness, and our website over at redgamingtech.com, and if you could spare us a like, that would be much appreciated. Anyway, thank you again. I'll see you next time.